Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Switchback Off-Road. It's been a minute since we've made a video, so we might be a little rusty getting started, but today we're going to be unboxing and assembling our new Overland Vehicle Systems Expedition truck bed topper. I'm so excited for this. It's something that we've been wanting to do for a minute now, pretty much since we got the Gladiator and got back from Colorado, because everything in the bed in Colorado was dusty and it was not very fun. So we're going to be enclosing the truck bed today. We've got bigger plans down the road, but this is going to give us the opportunity to start building out the bed how we want it, while not having to worry about people breaking in, taking stuff. So it is a temporary solution, but I've seen these on YouTube. There's not a ton of videos on them. I know Brad from Trail Recon is one of the few people I know that actually have one themselves. So I thought I'd make a video, explain some of the questions that I had about it before I bought it, and give you guys a good review on it. So thanks for tuning in, and let's put this thing together. Helping unwrap.
Good job, Remy.
All right, well, first things first, the wind is awful today. Yesterday I worked on the Wrangler. Switchback still here, everybody, by the way. Say hi. She's finally back on 38s after sitting on 33s for 6 months while we waited for her to get repaired. I'll do an update on video on her eventually. She's had quite a few changes. Anyway, I gotta say, the shipping and the packaging on this stuff is awesome. When the package arrived, there wasn't a scratch on it, no dents. Even the plastic wrap they did around it to hold it all together wasn't torn, nothing. So I don't know who OVS is using as their shipper, but they're doing a great job. So in my experience with it so far, it's been great. The boxes are super high quality. Also, I know y'all are probably thinking, what in the world's with the rug? We got a new rug in our apartment, and so we're using the old one to keep the topper from getting scratched. But anyway, look at the packaging. It's got this thick cardboard protection around the corners, and it's kind of a chore just to unbox it, but super high quality. I'm not worried about anything in that box being damaged. So thumbs up for OVS. Might be the biggest box I've ever gotten in the mail. Another side piece. Alright, we're not going to do a very in-depth install because, like I said, there's a video from Overland Vehicle Systems on their website on the install. So we'll just get some B-roll putting it together, but I've got everything unpackaged for the most part, and now we just got to put it all together. So in the instructions, it has you loosely install bolts around all 4 corners first. And so I just finished that up. A note for you, don't lose anything, because it does not come with any extra hardware, no spare parts. So if you lose anything, you might have to go down to your hardware store, but it does. It comes with just enough for all bolts.
What are you doing? Dad? Good boy. Hey guys, my name's Mimi. Checking on Dad's work, making sure he does a good job.
Again, I gotta say, it's packaged extremely well. Again, there's not been one box that I've been like, oh, this might have to go back, you know? I'm really impressed. You don't always get that lucky. So this is the actual top of the topper. And I'm gonna have to sit it up on top, put all the bolts through it loosely, and then once it's on and all the bolts are in the where they're supposed to go, we will start tightening stuff down. I'm just gonna rip this off. This package is really good. Note to self, when installing in heavy winds, don't leave your plastic O-rings sitting on top of the truck cab. Because about 3 of ours, well really all of ours, just blew away. We found all but 3. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but we'll keep you posted. Well, I'm done with the fun part, which is getting all the nuts started on the top of the cap. And now we're gonna start tightening stuff down. This was all after a trip to Lowe's because the wind decided to blow away an O-ring, and we couldn't find them all. So had to go to Lowe's, and also OVS did not send me enough washers to go all the way around, so I had to go get some new washers as well. But other than that, it's not too bad. Well, I'm just gonna be frank. The roof panel is not very fun to tighten down. It's a lot of bolts, a lot of tight spaces, and I'm cramping. So, but we finally finished that. So now all we have to do is tighten the panel assembly bolts, and then it's gonna be time to throw the seals on and then put it on the Jeep. I'm done. I'm tired. So I'm sitting and taking a break for a second before I start putting the seals around the bed, because it's already been deep cleaned. I did all that this morning. So first impressions just on having to put it together. It's stout. I mean, for $2,500, I don't see how you could get anything better. So first impressions, 10 out of 10. As far as quality, I guess time will tell, but so far really liking it, and I'm curious to see how it looks on the Gladiator. So let me get these bulb seals put around the bed, and then we'll get it mounted up. Well, a couple hours later, and the top is on. I did not get any footage of that because it took all three of us, and by three of us I mean my wife, and I had a friend come over, and it was a team effort, but we got it on. This thing is super heavy, super stout, and looks great. So I think what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to go ahead and get it clamped down. There are two mounting systems for it. There's clamps that you can use, and that just clamps it to the side of the bed. But for our application and how much, you know, we are off-road and in rugged terrain, I'm gonna actually have some bed rails coming in from Rebel Off-Road next week, and I'm gonna be installing them and then attaching the topper to those that way. That's gonna be a lot stronger, I think. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this done, and then I'll close out the video in the morning and kind of give you a rundown and our first initial thoughts. All right, well, it is the next day, kind of into the afternoon. I recycled dirty clothes because I knew I was gonna be out here working. And we already did a couple of mods to the topper, but let's take a look at it first. And it looks great, and I think what I am super impressed with, and you see Remy's checking it out, checking the work, making sure it's good. But what I'm super impressed with is this body line here, how uptight and close it is to the cab. That looks super slick. We went and got some dinner last night also, and looking down my side view mirror, I mean, this outer panel is just flush with the Jeep, and it just looks good. So I'm really happy with it so far. But yeah, let's take a look at it. So one of the questions I was having when I was looking at the top is, okay, how am I going to do the practical things? Like, I plan on having bed power in here, having two auxiliary batteries for just really more power than I need to be off-road. But my questions were, how am I going to run that kind of stuff? And you know, how's this set up to let me do that? And so let me walk you guys through a little bit of that. I'm going to go ahead and open up the back. Another question I had while we were doing this was, do you open the bed first or the top first? It's proving to be pretty difficult to close the topper real quick. And hold on, let me get Remy. Hey, come here. Come check out my work. Hey, look. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Hey, stay here. It's proving to be kind of hard to close the back lid with the tailgate closed. So I just figured out that it's a little bit easier if you do the tailgate last, because the tailgate has this little groove in it that slides up. So that's kind of the easiest thing to do. You can't get up there. You can't get up yet. No. I know you want to. Actually, yeah. Do you need to inspect the work? It is your Jeep. Go on, up. Come on, up. Good boy. Let's check it out. So yeah, before I get into here, the first mod we did this morning, I added these running lights to the top. It was just something I came up with a couple weeks ago when we decided we were going to go ahead and get this. I was like, man, that would look really cool, because the Gladiators don't come with a third brake light from OVS like some of their other truck models do, because the Gladiator has the third brake light in the tailgate. So I went ahead and added some running lights up there. I think they look super nice. You can kind of film from that side and see. I ran them from that side over, and I bought some cable mount ties and just did adhesive to the top and ran from the driver's side over here. And then Emma, if you'll kind of go around to that side, you can show them a little bit better.
Oh, hi, Remy.
I think it looks great, man. But yeah, I just kind of ran it up along there, and then it's super cold here today, so I heated up the top with a heat gun, stuck those on, and zip tied them down. And then moving over here, I ran it down this pillar here, and I have drilled a hole right in here, and I tapped into the tail light. And if you're wanting to do the same thing, that is going to be the white and orange wire. and the black wire for ground if you want to tap into the running lights. So just a thought. As far as running cables goes, it's going to be interesting because this isn't a one-piece top, so there's not really grooves or anything to run wires through. I've actually already drilled one hole that I'm going to run some wiring through right here, and then I inserted a grommet, and that was a challenge in itself, but I did it. The stainless steel is not easy to drill into. You'd need apparently a special bit, because if stainless steel heats up too quickly, it'll harden and it'll be even harder to drill through. So just a note there. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing as far as any of my electrical goes. I'm gonna run it just down the side panels, and I'll do the same kind of cable tie mounts and all that. It also has on the gull wings, as well as inside, it's got these mounts. I assume you can buy molly panel mounts and stick them on there. So I'm gonna have to figure out something as far as that goes. Honestly, you could probably stick, I don't know what kind of bolt it is, a carriage bolt maybe, I don't know, in there, and just put stuff to it. We're gonna figure something out there, but overall I'm super happy with it. It's a pretty stout topper. I've been impressed. I mean, for $2,500 you can't really beat it. So let me give a few closing thoughts and then we'll close out this video. So closing thoughts, and initial review. The thing is built very well. It's very stout. The material's super nice. The powder coat finish is not flaking off. Even when I slipped with my drill bit a couple of times, it did not scratch or come off. So that's super encouraging. One thing I like about it is if I ever smack this corner into a tree or a rock or anything like that, the panels come apart, and that is a plus to me, because Overland Vehicle Systems can just ship you a new one out rather than you having to replace your whole top. So that's a plus, I would say. I'm trying to think of some of the things I don't like about it so far. If you're using the clamping system, it's just not low profile enough. You know, when we're off-road as a family, every bit of space matters. So having that extra, 2.5 inches of space to stick stuff up against the bed rail, I think is super important, which is why I'm glad that we're gonna have that bed rail system coming in, and we're gonna try to tuck these in a little bit further if we can. Another thing that's going to prove to be a challenge is just if I do want to hide my wires really well and drill holes through the stainless steel to run them that way, that's going to be tough, just because of that's just based off of how long that took me this morning. But overall, I mean, I'm super happy with this. I don't think it can be beat at its price point. I know Sean has put together a great product here over there at Overland Vehicle Systems, and so we're going to be kind of waiting to throw the tent back on here, but I will be ordering the crossbars for this, and I've already got kind of some ideas to modify those because I want the tent to be as flush to the top as it can be without just sitting it on there. And man, if that was possible, I'd probably do it, but that'll probably be in a later video. But yeah, super easy install, just very time consuming. Screwing those nuts in around the roof panels and having to be up under it was not the most fun thing. I'm sure you could get underneath it, or if you flipped it upside down, you could do it that way. I'm not sure, but that wasn't very fun. Definitely having 2 people is a must on this if you are installing this in your garage at home. And then you're definitely going to need at least 3 people to lift it onto the Jeep. It is super heavy. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm going to have a couple of Gladiator update videos coming. We've done some things and I haven't had a chance to make any videos on it. So we're going to have some Gladiator updates coming for you. I got a couple updates on the Wrangler. We'll probably just throw into that video as well. And yeah, we're going to start prepping for Colorado for summer of 2025. So stay tuned. If you want to follow us along, be sure to like and subscribe. And you can follow us on Instagram at Switchback Offroad. I've got things on there here and there. I'll ask questions, all kinds of things. So feel free to do that. Appreciate you guys tuning into the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.